everyone, my name is Lauren. I am here with the Ninja channel to give you some healthy alternatives for a well-balanced ninja meal. So today we're going to be making a honey sriracha chicken recipe. This recipe pairs great with any white rice, brown rice. You can do quinoa or a lentil or just a vegetable on the side. This recipe does have 420 calories per serving, 55 grams of protein, and 34 grams of carbs. So let's get started. For this recipe, we're going to use 3 chicken breasts, but we're going to make sure we trim all the fat off. We're going to be using a 1/3 cup of cornstarch. That's going to be our binding ingredient. A cup of water, 5 tablespoons of soy sauce. You can also use a low sodium soy sauce. We've got 4.5 tablespoons of honey, 3 garlic cloves, which should equal about a tablespoon of garlic chopped, about a tablespoon of red pepper, and 2.5 tablespoons of sriracha. You can also make it a little spicier by adding a little more sriracha if you like. Okay, so we are going to start with our sauce, and that is going to require a small medium saucepan, and we're going to start with a medium-high heat. We are going to take our 1 cup of water. We're going to go ahead and add it to our medium-high heat. Sizzle, not a sizzle. We're then going to add in our 5 tablespoons of soy sauce and our 4.5 tablespoons of honey. So just going to add all this together. You're going to get a whisk. You're going to start whisking all that together. Make sure it's very well incorporated. We're then going to take our tablespoon of garlic and we're going to incorporate that into our sauce. And our 2.5 to 3 tablespoons of sriracha. And you can kind of eyeball this because it's all based on how spicy you want the dish. And I like it a little spicy, so a little extra. I'm just going to keep whisking and make sure this gets really well incorporated. It's not going to take long, and then your ingredients will have come together very nicely. You're going to add in 2 tablespoons of cornstarch and a little bit of cold water, and what this is going to do is help thicken up your sauce really nice. So, 1. Make sure you go ahead and stir it in. And 2. Get in there. Alright, you're going to go ahead and mix all that together. You're going to need to mix it for a while because you really want to bring down the heat of your sauce, and what's going to start happening is that cornstarch is going to start binding everything together. It's going to become very syrupy, and I'm going to go ahead and add in cold water as well. Okay, so you want to make sure you have your chicken breasts out and you want to go ahead and start trimming all the fat off. You don't have to go super crazy and destroy the chicken breast, but you want to make sure you get all the excess fat pieces like this one and just get it nice and cleaned up before you cook it. So I'm going to be doing this. And in the meantime, I've got my sauce over here and it's just simmering, coming to a nice little simmer, cooling down. It's starting to thicken up a little more and it's got a really nice aroma going to it. Now that we're pretty cleaned up, we're going to go ahead and start dicing this up into cubes. And you want about an inch thick cubeness. You don't want it too thick, not too small. Like I said, about inch thick cubes. Okay, so now that we have our sauce down to simmer and off to the side, we have our chicken cubed up. We're going to take our cornstarch and we're going to put it over our chicken and mix it up so it gets a nice coating. So it'll be 1/4 cup of your cornstarch, and just make sure you sprinkle it all over. Get out of there. And get your hands dirty. You're going to get in there and you're just going to make sure that your chicken gets a nice coating of cornstarch, and it's going to get a little messy. Okay, so now that our chicken is nicely coated, we're going to move over to our larger saucepan. I have it on 6, so like a medium-high heat. You're going to get a little bit of vegetable oil or olive oil, whichever kind of oil you prefer to use. A little bit on the pan. I'm going to get that nice and toasty. And we're going to then add our chicken to this pan and we're going to start browning it. So you're going to cook your chicken here first. You don't necessarily want to add all your chicken at once because then it takes a lot longer to cook. So I'm going to do little bits at a time. Okay guys, so now that our chicken is becoming nice and brown, we have clearly made a nice oily mess on our counter and your face will start to get a little glistening from the heat. That is when you know that your chicken is fully cooked. These are all signs. So the way you can test your chicken is just get a nice good piece. You can cut it. I use my spatula. And you just want to make sure it's nice and white all the way through. That lets you know that your chicken is cooked. What we're going to do, turn off our heat. We're going to move our nice, very hot chicken over to the side. And you're going to go back to the sauce, which we have set over here. And you're going to just start adding that sauce right onto the chicken. And you're going to add all the sauce in there. Make sure you get every bit of it. So once you have all your sauce on there, you can set that to the side. And you're just going to get your spatula and you're just going to start coating your chicken in this beautiful amber colored sauce. And it's so good. It smells great. Okay, so now that our chicken is fully covered in the sauce and all done, we're going to move over to plating our meal. So I've got some jasmine rice that I've cooked here. Again, you can cook any white rice, brown rice, quinoa, lentil, or just a vegetable, whatever you choose. But I'm then going to just add on a very generous helping of our chicken right on top. And you can make this for the whole family, or if you're greedy, like some of my friends are, you will eat the entire thing all by yourself. And there you go. You have yourself a delicious honey sriracha chicken. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed this. Please leave comments below what else you would like to see, or if you have any questions about the meal. And of course, always subscribe to the Ninja channel. Thank you.